So I'm playing as Malekith here, and I'm against this Empire faction. They're not very strong. This is a really pretty easy battle. If I took this army on at a straight line, their artillery would absolutely destroy me. These are all tier 3. A lot of them are tier 3 artillery units here. And they just have it lined up to where it would just be a horrible idea to take them on at a straight line here. So I take my army and I just kind of move them over. Let me hold spacebar. So right now my plan is to get them lined up here. My Black Guard of Nagaron frontline infantry at the front here, and the shades in the back. The dual-wield shades are extremely strong ranged infantry. I don't know if they have the range of some of the high elf range units. I've not played the high elves. This is my third long campaign victory, but the Black Guard of Nagaron here are cool. What I'm doing is I'm using Malekith here, and I'm just soaking up. I'm just baiting all of their artillery fire, and so they're not hitting anything right now. The AI isn't really that smart, at least on normal, and so they're using like all their artillery and ranged on Malekith here, and he's hardly taking any damage. I'm casting a pretty nice spell here that just eats up people right there, and he's really cool. He gets Dark Elves get lore of dark magic or something like that. I don't know, it's lore of something, but he has some really cool spells. Everybody, a lot of factions in the game get access to Doombolt, which is a really cool spell. Has a really cool animation and sound. I think I might cast it right here. This is a Doombolt right here coming up. It's just really cool and satisfying. Yeah, this is Doombolt right here. It just oh, that's so good. Oh, and then there's the Malekith's gaze spell. Look at that, dude. Just took on like 10, 15 people there. This battle's really cool because it just kind of shows off a lot of cool stuff because their infantry units aren't that great. The War Hydras, these are my favorite units in the entire game. One of the strongest monster units in the game. They have 35% resistance to ranged infantry due to their scaly skin, and they have a baseline regeneration ability, and then they also have another regeneration ability that's, I believe, unique to them. At 50% health, they get massive, like 12% per tick per second regeneration. And so right now we have there's the frost breath. Oh shoot, I'm missing that. Oh, and the fire breath. Oh my god, that's coming from the Hydra. This is the frost Hydra, and now the War Hydra is charging in here on these units. They have a really cool animation that they don't always do, but you know, if I sat here and watched it long enough, they will. Basically, they'll pick up a unit. It's like a kill move, and then all the Hydra heads fight over it, and they just rip it apart. It's really cool. It's really satisfying. There's a lot of spells going on here. I think Malekith is about to do a Noxus breath here. Breath attack. Yep. Nope. The Doombolt. Do you do the? What is this going on over here? Man, their artillery is really good. But see, I'm in the trees here. Some of my units are in the trees here. But the thing is, like, I flanked. Let me pause this. I flanked them over here on the side, and they really didn't do much damage to my army as they were moving down here because the AI is kind of stupid, and they just kept they just took the bait with Malekith, flying circles in front of them. What I've got here is I've got some cavalry units. I've got these really, really cool werewolf cavalry units. These things are so badass. This is an allied recruitment. Actually, these are Norscan werewolves, and so I'm allied with the Norscan faction, and so I used one of my slots to recruit these werewolf cavalry units, and they're really cool and satisfying to watch. And these are the only Dark Elf cavalry units I would ever use personally. Dark Elves do not have good cavalry, in my opinion, in comparison. But this is a Regiment of Renown cavalry unit. It's a unique cavalry faction. They're actually really strong. But anyway, so we're gonna get these guys moving here, and we should get a pretty good charge here. I'm gonna go ahead and follow the the werewolves, and should get a pretty good, satisfying initial charge, I think. God, look at that! Look at the spell effects going on right there. That is not one of mine. And then my shades, my archers are just firing volleys on top of everybody. Malekith is in the air fighting somebody right now. This should be a really satisfying charge here. Oh my god. Just absolutely devastating. These werewolves are so badass. Oh my gosh, so good. And then the War Hydra. God. I want to see him get like a kill move here. I think they are already retreating. I think the battle is almost over already, unfortunately. We got another gaze of Malekith here. Really satisfying ability that he has. He's like the Witch King in Lord of the Rings, but just like way cooler. Way more evil too. I mean, the Dark Elves are extremely evil. This is probably arguably the most evil faction in the game. I would make a pretty strong argument over that. Even more evil than the demon factions, to be honest. Yeah, Malekith is just sitting up there like a badass with his sword just hanging over his shoulder there. He's on his unique black dragon. He's really weak early on, but once you get his epic items, like once he gets his set piece, he becomes really strong, and he just gets really good debuffs and spells and whatnot. He's not going to be the strongest lord in the game one-on-one, no matter how powerful you make him, unless he has the Sword of Cain. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so pretty cool stuff. I think I showed off a lot of the Dark Elves. I didn't get to show off the Medusa unit at all, but anyway. But she has like this awesome claw on her left hand there, and just like the art style is really cool. She might be going into melee. I think I'm going to drop an AoE. So she just did her AoE damage over time. So this big circle here, all enemies within the circle are going to be taking damage. It doesn't last very long, but now she's doing her ranged. It's like a volley. It just does an insane amount of damage. She's a really strong unit. You can only have one of them at a time on any army in your campaign. Oh my gosh.